Revision for Chemistry Form 4, Chapter 3, the mole concept, chemical formula and equation. So I have chosen some question in the topical practice 3. So the first one, the average mass of helium atom is 4 times greater than the mass of 1/12 of carbon-12 atom. What is the relative atomic mass of helium? So here, the relative atomic mass, the RAM, is defined as the average mass of an atom of the element compared to 1/12 of the mass of one carbon-12 atom. So this is the formula. When we look at this diagram, here, one helium atom is equal to the average mass of 4 units of 1/12 of the carbon-12 atom. Okay, the relative atomic mass of helium is 4. This means the average mass of one atom of helium is 4 times the mass of 1/12 of carbon-12 atom. So when we put this into formula, 4 times, okay, 4 times greater than the average mass of 1/12 of carbon-12, which is 12, okay. So here, 4 divide 1, we will get 4. Okay, so our answer here is B, 4. Okay, next question, question number 5. Calculate the mass of 0.05 mole zinc chloride produced from the reactions of zinc and hydrochloric acid. So we want to find the mass given the number of mole 0.05 mole zinc chloride. Okay, we want to find the mass. So what is the formula to find mass? Okay, mass is equal to the number of mole you times with your RMM ataupun relative molecular mass. So you should remember what is formula for zinc chloride. Zinc ZnCl2, zinc chloride. So cari dia punya RMM, berapa RMM untuk zinc chloride. So the RMM for zinc chloride is 136. Okay, 136. How you get 136? 65 you plus with 35.5 and then plus again with 35.5 because here Cl2. Okay, so 136 is the RMM for zinc chloride. So now we want to find the mass of zinc chloride. We just times the number of mole is 0.05 mole. Just times with the RMM here, 136. Okay, you just time this one. So what's the answer? The answer is 6.8 gram. Okay, our answer is B here. Okay, 6.8 gram. Next question. Question number 6. 3.45 gram of gas T occupies 1680 cubic centimeter at standard temperature and pressure STP. What is the relative molecular mass of T? Okay, given the molar volume of gas at STP is 22.4 cubic decimeter per mole. Okay, we want to find the RMM of gas T. So here, given the mass of gas T, the volume also given. Mass, volume given. We want to find the RMM. So di sini ada kaitan dengan mass dengan volume. So sentiasa kamu ingat tengah-tengah adalah number of mole. This is number of mole. Number of mole, you want to find the volume. Okay, this one, you times with the molar volume. Okay, MV here. MV is molar volume. Okay, if from volume you want to find the number of mole, you divide with the molar volume. Okay, from number of mole you want to find the mass, you times with RMM. Okay, but from mass you want to find the number of mole, you divide with RMM. So back to the question, mass of gas T is 3.45 gram, and also given also the volume of the gas is 1680 cubic centimeter. Okay, now we want to find the number of mole first. Okay, we want to find the number of mole. Volume is 1680. We change this one because this is in cubic centimeter. Okay, we change to decimeter, cubic decimeter. We divide this with 1000. This one is equal to 1.68 cubic decimeter, the volume of gas. So this is the volume. So from the volume, you want to find the number of mole, you just divide with the molar volume. Okay, so 1.68, this one you divide with the MV, molar volume, 22.4. We will get the number of mole. Okay, so we get the number of mole is 0.075 mole. Okay, now given the mass is 3.45 gram. Okay, we know the number of mole 0.075. and we know the mass 3.45 gram. So we want to find the RMM. Okay, the RMM. So how we find the RMM? We just divide mass divide with the number of mole, we will get the RMM. So 3.45, you divide with the number of mole 0.075, we will get, what's the answer? 46. So our answer is C. Okay, our answer is C. 6. The RMM is 46. Okay, next question, question number 7. When magnesium carbonate is heated, the gas release turns lime water chalky. What is the volume of gas released when 0.55 gram of magnesium carbonate is heated at STP? Okay, here we want to find the volume of gas released. So here we have magnesium carbonate. When magnesium carbonate heated, the gas released turns lime water chalky. So what is the gas? So we write first the equation. Okay, what's the equation? So the equation is magnesium carbonate heated, producing magnesium oxide and also releasing carbon dioxide gas. So from this equation, the magnesium carbonate is 1 mole, the magnesium oxide also 1 mole, and the carbon dioxide also 1 mole. So here from the question, given the magnesium carbonate is 0.55 gram. 0.55 gram. So given the mass of magnesium carbonate, we can find the number of mole of magnesium carbonate. How? By dividing the mass of magnesium carbonate 0.55, we divide with the RMM of magnesium carbonate. So what is the RMM of magnesium carbonate? 84. Okay, the RMM of magnesium carbonate is 84. So what's the number of mole of magnesium carbonate? The number of mole. So the number of mole of magnesium carbonate is 0.0065 mole. Okay, this one. So now from the equation, 1 mole of magnesium carbonate release 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So when 0.0065 mole of magnesium carbonate heated, it also release 0.0065 mole of carbon dioxide. Okay, they have the same number of mole. Okay, so now we want to find the volume of carbon dioxide. Volume of gas release. Gas release is carbon dioxide. We want to find the number of volume of carbon dioxide. So we times the number of mole, 0.0065 mole of carbon dioxide. You just times with the molar volume at STP. Okay, 22.4. Okay, you just time this, you will get the answer. So we will get 0.146 cubic decimeter. So in this answer, we only have 146 cubic centimeter. So this is the answer C. Okay, we change dm, okay, decimeter, cubic decimeter into cubic centimeter. By multiplying with 1000, we will get 146 cubic centimeter, the volume of carbon dioxide gas. Our answer is C. Okay, next question, question number 12. Table 1 shows a few compounds and their chemical formula. Okay, we have compound glucose with the chemical formula propanol, sulfuric acid, and also potassium manganate. Determine which compound consists the highest percentage of oxygen. So given the relative atomic mass, okay, so we want to determine which compound here consists the highest percentage of oxygen. So how we calculate the percentage of oxygen? Okay, for example here, glucose. Okay, so here from the chemical formula, we can see oxygen 6 atom. Okay, so 6 atom of oxygen, you times with the RAM of oxygen is 16. Okay, 16. Over with the RMM of glucose. Okay, the RMM of glucose, keseluruhan dia. So we have carbon is 6 atom, times with the RAM of carbon is 12. Okay, and then you add with hydrogen 12. So you add with 12. Okay, because hydrogen RAM dia 1 kan. And then you add again with oxygen. Oxygen ada 6 atom of oxygen. So 6 times RAM of oxygen is 16. Okay. So ini you times with 100. Times with 100. Okay. Your answer here, you times with 100. Okay, we will get glucose 53.3%. Okay. So itu adalah cara untuk calculate the percentage of oxygen in a compound. Okay, so kita coba semua. Glucose, propanol, sulfuric acid, and potassium using the same formula ataupun method. So di sini sebenarnya the highest percentage of oxygen adalah sulfuric acid. Okay, sulfuric acid. Our answer is C. Okay, cuba kita kira sulfuric acid So di sini sebenarnya jawapan dia adalah C. C, sulfuric acid yang paling tinggi dia punya percentage of oxygen. So sulfuric acid kalau kita lihat di sini chemical formula dia ada 4 oxygen. Okay, ada 4 atom oxygen. So 4 you times with RAM of oxygen is 16. Okay, over the total RMM for sulfuric acid, H dia ada 2, so 2 plus sulfur. What is the RAM for sulfur? 32. Okay, plus with 4 times oxygen is 16. This one. Okay, kemudian baru kita darab dengan 100. So 64 divide 98, okay, times with 100%. So kita akan dapat the percentage of oxygen dalam sulfuric acid. So berapa? 65.3%. Okay, sulfuric acid. So kita punya jawapan adalah sulfuric acid. Okay, dia yang paling tinggi percentage of oxygen. So next question, question number 13. What is the percentage composition by mass of water in hydrated aluminosilicate? Okay, given the RAM. So this one, question number 13 is similar to question number 12. Okay, but question number 13, we want to find the percentage of water in hydrated aluminosilicate. So here the same, the RMM for water here, you divide with the RMM for the total hydrated aluminosilicate, and then you times with 100%. Okay, you will get the percentage. So water 2H2O divide with the RMM for all this one, hydrated aluminosilicate. Semua ini semua RMM untuk semua ini. Lepas itu kamu darab 100%. Kita akan dapat jawapan. Okay, so 36 divide with 258. 36 is RMM for water. 6 ini untuk 2H2O. RMM untuk 2H2O. Okay, and 258 ini untuk aluminosilicate, hydrated aluminosilicate. Okay, you times with 100. What's the answer? We will get the answer B, 13.95%. Okay, this is the composition by mass of water in hydrated aluminosilicate. Okay, next question. Question number 15. The following chemical equation represent the combustions of propane gas. So this one is the equation. Propane plus oxygen producing carbon dioxide and water. Which of the following explanation is correct? So di sini daripada equation yang ini, okay, kita ada propane C3H8 ini, propane dia produce carbon dioxide gas. So daripada equation itu, 1 mole of propane, okay, 1 mole of propane dia produce 3 mole of carbon dioxide. Okay, sini 1 mole, sini 3 mole. Okay, so kalau setengah ataupun 0.5 mole sahaja propane, of course dia akan produce 1.5, half of the 3. Okay, separuh daripada 3 itu, 1.5 mole of carbon dioxide. So di sini jawapan kita yang betul adalah B. Okay, yang A, yang C, yang D itu semuanya salah. B, 1.5 mole of carbon dioxide gas is produced when 0.5 mole of propane gas reacts with 2.5 mole of oxygen gas. Okay, so oxygen gas dia pun separuh. Di sini ada 5, kalau kita bahagi 2 dia pun 2.5 mole sahaja. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, so this one is paper 2. Table 1 shows the molecular formula of 3 hydrocarbon compounds. Okay, here we have butane, butene, butanol. Okay, A. Based on table 1, state the empirical formula for butene. Okay, butene punya empirical formula. So di sini butene C4H8. Ini C4H8. Okay, cuba ini bahagi 4. Di sini pun bahagi 4. So jawapan kita ialah C. 4 bahagi 4 1. No need write the number 1. H dia 8 bahagi 4 2. So CH2. The empirical formula for butene is CH2. 1 mark. Okay. Question number 2. 2A. Ammonium sulfate NH4,2SO4 is a soluble salt and it is used in agriculture as fertilizer. 5 gram of ammonium sulfate is dissolved in 1 liter of water to produce ammonium sulfate solution. So given the relative atomic mass, okay, the question is number 1, calculate the number of moles of dissolved ammonium sulfate. So we want to find the number of moles of dissolved ammonium sulfate given the mass of ammonium sulfate 5 gram. We want to find the number of mole. So how we find the number of mole? Mass divide with RMM of ammonium sulfate. We will get the answer, the number of moles. So the mass of ammonium sulfate is 5 gram. So we divide with the RMM of ammonium sulfate. 5 divide with 132. We will get 0.038 mole of ammonium sulfate. Number 2, calculate the number of molecule present in ammonium sulfate solution. We want to find the number of molecule. What is the formula to find the number of molecule? So the number of mole, you times with the Avogadro constant. So what is the number of mole in question number 1? Okay, 0.038 mole. You times with Avogadro constant 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. We will get the number of molecule. So what is the number of molecule? So the number of molecule is 2.29 times 10 to the power of 22 molecules. Okay, so this is the answer. Question number 3, calculate the number of positive ion present in the ammonium sulfate solution. So because ammonium sulfate is NH4, this is the formula of ammonium sulfate, right? So ammonium sulfate, they consist of positive ion and also negative ion. So positive ion dia ialah 2 mole of ammonium ion and 1 mole of sulfate ion. Okay, so we want to find the number of positive ion in the ammonium sulfate solution. So here we have ammonium ion is 2 mole. Okay, 2 mole. So here what we do to find the number of positive ion, the number of mole you times with Avogadro constant times with 2. Okay, here because we have 2 mole of ammonium ion, so number of mole 0.038, we times with the Avogadro constant times with 2 here. So we will get the answer. What's the answer? 4.58 times 10 to the power of 22 ion. This is the answer. Positive ion. Okay, question number 4 is the same with question number 3, but for question number 4, we want to find the number of negative ion in the ammonium sulfate solution. So here, because the negative ion here, sulfate ion, is only 1 mole, so we just times the number of mole with the Avogadro constant. So we will get the same answer with the number of molecule, 2.29. Okay, 2.29 times 10 to the power of 22. Okay, itu jawapan untuk negative ion. So last question number 5, calculate the total number of ion present in ammonium sulfate solution. Total number of ion means the positive ion plus the negative ion. So you just add this one. You just add this one with this one. You will get the answer for number 5. Okay, so 4.58 times 10 to the power of 22. You add with 2.29 times 10 to the power of 22. We will get the answer. Okay, the answer 6.87 times 10 to the power of 22 ions. So ini jawapan untuk number 5. So that's all for today. We will continue in next video. Thank you.